Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your Polkadot Specialist, Var. And what we're going to cover today is one of my favorite projects called Astar. Now, just to recap, on one of the last videos, I talked about Polkadot. So Polkadot is a technology that helps people in cryptocurrency build their own layer one. Now, what we explained was layer ones were kind of like a phone. And on the phone, you have different applications. So the layer ones have the ability to allow developers to create a platform so that others can make applications on them. An application could be like finances. The application could be like pictures, like NFTs. There's a lot of different uses for these different applications. Now in crypto, they also call these dApps, not to go really deep into that. But yeah, so we're going to talk about a layer one. So a platform that allows different developers to build applications. Okay. And so this would be a particular project that is similar to a technology called Ethereum, that is similar to a technology called Cardano, Avalanche. These are all different layer ones or platforms that give people the resource to build different applications. Now, I'm going to explain why I like Astar as my number one layer one that I personally like, and what separates it from the pack. So now the difference between Polkadot and a layer one, Polkadot is layer zero. So what Polkadot does is give people the tools to make a layer one, but it also allows the different crypto technologies to transfer things between each other and to communicate between each other. Okay. So Astar uses Polkadot. So that's why you see powered by Polkadot right here. You see powered by Polkadot. So it's using Substrate, which is the technology that Polkadot uses to give, it's the code that Polkadot uses to give developers to be able to build with. So that's why you see that. So this is Astar. Now, the second biggest cryptocurrency, the number one layer one at the moment, that in terms of having the amount of developers on it and amount of applications, is called Ethereum. Ethereum was the first one that actually did this. So this is also called EVM, which is a Ethereum virtual machine. All that is the technology that Ethereum is using to give developers a place to build. So that's just the technology of Ethereum. So the reason why I mention this is Ethereum has issues. Some of those issues are because it was the first mover, the first one to do this particular type of technology. As of today's date, it's old. It's old technology. So Ethereum has a lot of issues. And a lot of those issues are actually solved by Polkadot and Astar. Now, Astar is built on Polkadot, like we talked about before. And there are other technologies that do something similar on Polkadot as well. So the other one that's similar to Astar is called Moonbeam. And that's also another place that people can use to build applications. But today we are going to focus on my favorite, which is Astar. Now, some of the reasons why I like Astar, and I think it is definitely got what it takes to be one of the top in this particular space. Well, the number one thing is called dApp staking. And I'm probably going to do a dedicated video on dApp staking. But essentially what dApp staking is, so in crypto, what you could do is when you have coins of a particular project. So Astar has a coin called Astar, ASTR. And this particular coin, you can utilize it. Now, one thing you could do is when you buy this coin, you can actually do something called staking. Now, all that is that means you're going to take your coins and you're going to put them on the platform, or you're going to put them on the app. And what that does is, by you supporting the application, by putting your funds towards it, they give you rewards and interest rate. So pretty much staking is a way of getting interest payments or getting something back by supporting something. This support can be because of security, helping them with security. It could be for voting for somebody, something like that. But long story short, whatever it is, they're giving you interest money generally, or some type of reward back by contributing. Now, on Astar, when you do this, you're actually voting towards what you believe is your favorite application on Astar. So if you like a particular financial app or wallet or game or whatever application that you're utilizing on Astar, and you vote, you put your coins on there, what happens is not only are you paid a percentage, the developers also paid a percentage. And that is very big difference. See, on most other technologies that are layer ones, such as Ethereum, it costs a lot of money to build on Ethereum. They're not paying you on Ethereum. Now, most major technologies like Ethereum, they're going to have grants, which is a little different. So grants is, hey, we're going to give you 10 or 20,000 or whatever amount of money for you to be able to do something. But that's a one-time payment. And Astar has something similar as well, where they can hand out grants. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an actual income each month paid because people are voting for you or staking towards your application. So in addition to a grant that you might be able to get, you're also getting, they call it basic income. Now that's different. So all these other layer ones do not have a basic income. So that is huge. So instead of you having a bunch of different expenses, you can actually count on actual income coming through as you're developing to help with some of your developmental costs. So that is big. Okay. So that is the number one differentiator that I like. There are other things too. So when you see EVM, we talked about that's a Ethereum virtual machine. WASM, which is WebAssembly. These are all different. And then smart contracts. These are all the new latest technology that's out there. So the original way that cryptocurrencies used to do applications was on Ethereum and Ethereum virtual machine. So a lot of people like to use Ethereum because they're used to that. So you're able to do the same type of coding as you were in the past and present. Not only that, you can even do it like they call it like the old internet. So the old internet is considered Web 2. So like your Amazon, your different applications, YouTube, those are all on the regular internet or the old internet that people use today. Those normally use a common technology like Rust, So with Astar, you are actually able to use old technology or new technology, whatever you feel comfortable with, to be able to build an application. So that's really big because it gives them versatility for the developers, so that they have more opportunity to be able to code and build and be creative, right? So the next thing I wanted to talk about, we talked about before, was interoperability. So interoperability is just because it's on Polkadot, it's going to be able to work with other technologies, where most technologies like Bitcoin, you can only work with Bitcoin. It doesn't communicate well with Ethereum. It doesn't communicate well with other cryptocurrencies or other projects out there. But with Astar and Polkadot, it's interoperable. So the major advantage that builders have when they're on Polkadot is it's going to be able to work with different blockchains or different crypto technologies. Okay. So why is that important? Because what happens is when you're able to, maybe your favorite project's on Ethereum, or maybe you have a bunch of Bitcoin and you want to be able to use that. But I can't use my asset over there, so I'm not going to go and play over there. I'm not going to go, do anything over there because I don't have the resources or. So when you have the ability to also incorporate other technologies, it has a network effect where it allows that community, that particular blockchain or that particular crypto, to come over and to be able to utilize what Polkadot and Astar has to offer. So that's that interoperability, that ability to work with Bitcoin, that ability to work with Ethereum, that ability to work with Cardano, that ability to work with Avalanche and Cosmos and all those things I just said. Those are all different cryptos, all different crypto technology that normally can't talk or work with one another. But on Polkadot, they're going to be able to in the future. And they're already doing so in certain scenarios. So that's that. Not to go real deep into validators, but one of the reasons why they're able to pay on Astar the income is because the security is done by Polkadot. So normally when you're getting interest payments or staking awards, it's because you're helping with security. But because Polkadot is providing the security, Astar has the advantage where they're able to use it towards other things. You're able to use their coin towards basic income or other creative things available. And the low fees. So as I stated before, Ethereum is an old technology. So because Ethereum is an old technology, it's not able to handle the workload that it has and all the people that are trying to use it. And, you got a bunch of transactions here, bunch of transactions there. You got so many people trying to utilize the network. What's happening is causing congestion. And now the fees are astronomical. At one point, the fees was like to do one transfer of your money from one place to another, it might cost hundreds of dollars. To just do one basic task, it might cost, $50, $60, $70, and most people that's just not feasible. Just for me to transfer my money like an email, it's going to cost me that amount. But that's because it's old technology. On Polkadot, that same transaction is pennies. Last transaction I had on Astar, I think it was like 15 cents. Sometimes it's 7 cents. Sometimes it's 3 cents. So it does depend on what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's pennies compared to Ethereum. So because of that, that's another thing. It's going to be a lot easier to work with because it's not going to have the same amount of costs for the user or the developer. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but the other part of Astar that a lot of people don't realize is Astar is not trying to be an Ethereum killer. No. Polkadot is not trying to be an Ethereum killer. It's not trying to kill it. What it's trying to do is work with it, help it, and help other cryptocurrencies and other blockchains be able to work together. So this is one of the major steps here when you see Astar, ZK, Ethereum Virtual Machine, so ZK EVM. This is another thing that Astar has to offer, is it also helps Ethereum with its gas fees. It also helps Ethereum scale and to be able to help them with that congestion and things like that. And it also works with Polygon, which is also, they call this a solution. So a solution is just to handle a problem. And the problem Ethereum has is fees and slowness. So by using Astar and by using Polygon, so both of these are working together. Polygon's also a different cryptocurrency technology. So these two, what they're doing, they're working together to help Ethereum with scaling and cost and fees. Okay. And by them doing this, this is another way that Ethereum can work with Polkadot and the Polkadot ecosystem, or the Polkadot applications and different products that are coming out. So this is Astar. This is what separates it from the pack. Number one, basic income. It's not only are your fees less, but Astar is paying you to build and to be on Astar. And it's also helped with transaction speed and security and low fees and all these good things and interoperability. But the main thing is they're paying you, baby. Come on. Yeah. So that's all I want to talk about today. Astar and what it has to offer. Soon I'm going to be talking about my favorite project on Astar, which is the Astar Degens, which is a venture capitalist DAO. What in the world is that, Var? That's another episode. So we're going to bring that to you in the near future. Right now, I am your Polkadot Specialist, Var, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you.